All right. Anything else? Should we do the running back combo real quick? I know that was like a big thing on Twitter. I had a tweet about it. I think it's absolutely ludicrous to draft a running back 12th and rush David Montgomery 32 times in a game you led by 3 scores for the entire game. That's crazy to me. I get Montgomery was quote unquote eating. Cart pointed this out. Jahmyr Gibbs had 1.5 more yards per carry in this game in his 8 carries. So I don't get it. I don't get if they're saving him for what. I also don't think Jahmyr Gibbs is good. I'll go on record and say that. Like, I'm only advocating for Jahmyr Gibbs to get the ball because I want to see them back up the fact that they thought he was valuable. You can't draft that guy and then not see if he's actually something. And right now they throw to him like 4 times a game. He drops 2 of them and he gets tackled after a 1-yard run and breaks 1 15-yarder out of every 8 carries. I don't think he's good. I don't get it. Cart, you disagree with me on this. Are you frustrated with the way they're doing this?
16 rushes, 80 yards last game. It's a pretty solid game.
I mean, dope. Like,
is that?
I think just replacement level. The replacement level with dropped passes that he was supposedly
we talked about this. I'm glad you took your stance. I'm telling you, Jahmyr Gibbs is good. I am confused why they're not using him more. I agree with you there. I don't understand like why we're not giving him the ball more. I think we can. And the fact that it's 32 carries from Montgomery to the other for whatever it was for Gibbs,
8.
it just doesn't make sense to me. I don't understand that. But
he got 20%.
Record that Jahmyr Gibbs is good.
He got 20% of the carries in a game they led by 3 scores for 90% of. That's who we drafted 12th. And like I get like the Lions drafted great. That's not a criticism overall of the draft class. Laporta is a killer. Campbell looks good. Brian Branch looks like a killer. But we drafted a running back 12th. Like, guys, we drafted a running back. That's not Bijan Robinson. When Bijan was there, if you wanted to get a running back, just get Bijan. And I don't know. I don't know, man. Weird decision. I think it's going to come back to bite him pretty clearly. Dion, anything on the running backs?
It hasn't yet though. When it does come back to bite us, then we can actually make a tizzy about it. But I don't know. It doesn't matter right now.
I hate that people are using that. Like it's okay to make a bad decision because the team's great anyway.
No, it's not okay. But I'm like, why do we care?
Because we're fans of the team and we don't want to see our team spend a 12th pick on a backup running back.
It's not affecting anything right now. What's it affecting?
Really frustrating. Really.
What's it affecting?
Just because you're 3-1.
Are we 4-0 if we don't draft Jahmyr Gibbs or something?
Just because you're 3-1 doesn't mean you can't have stuff that's wrong. This is what I hate with Niner fans too. Just because we're 4-0,
it can be wrong, but I'm like, what do we? I don't know. Maybe I just don't feel like complaining about that.
It's the classic. It's the classic. Like, can't critique anything because the team has a winning record. Okay,
you can critique it. You can critique it. It's just like I just said we critiqued it, but it's like, why is it? I don't know. Like it seems to bother people. It doesn't bother me.
It should.
Really? Oh, okay. That's well. I guess I'm just different. Then.
We drafted a backup running back 12th. How does that not bother you?
Well, what are we saying here? Like, what? I don't understand. I just don't understand.
What are we saying? I'm saying that was one of the worst draft picks I've seen in a long time. Taking a backup running back 12th overall.
Okay.
The rest of the picks were great. The rest of the picks were fantastic.
It might be.
Okay.
It might be.
Right. Do you think they're good, Cart? Like the Lions?
Yeah.
You talk like a guy that doesn't believe that.
I also think Jahmyr Gibbs is good too.
No, he's not though. So this was actually going to be my third topic because I saw
insane.
how crazy everything was going on Twitter. Yeah, 16 for 80. I wrote that down in my notes on my phone. That's literally league average for yards per carry.
Is this the third topic? Is this the third topic?
Yeah, the running back combo is going to be the third topic.
Okay,
yeah.
Love it. Then let's right into it.
16 for 80 is literally league average. Not only did he not get carries last night, David Montgomery, yeah, he had 3 touchdowns. This is the classic Jamal Williams. This is one of the worst like running back performances you could have, to be honest. 3.8 yards per carry. A lot of guys can fall down and get 3 yards. By the way, I'm rounding down to prove my point.
Love it. Appreciate that.
But a lot of guys can fall down and get 3 yards. The fact that you watched this guy get 3 yards per rush and didn't think, let's give it to the 12th pick, kind of tells you what you need to know about the 12th pick, I feel like.
I mean, does it? Like, don't the Lions not do this? We did it with DeAndre Swift last year, did we not?
And all you told me all offseason was how bad DeAndre Swift is.
Because he gets hurt.
He looks pretty good.
Hurt every single year.
He's crushing. He's absolutely
hurt
crushing
every single year, and we would have had to pay him. Do we want to pay DeAndre Swift? We're paying DeAndre.
Do we want to draft a backup 12? Do we want to draft a backup 12? Like
how much money do you think the 12th pick makes in comparison to the top running backs in the league, Cart?
Not sure. Not even gonna guess. Not even gonna guess.
Top 10. It's top 10. Top 10.
I mean, that's horrible. It's horrible.
Yeah. It's bad
who's
pick.
Carter? Who's
bad pick? Jahmyr Gibbs sucks.
Who is a better back, Jahmyr Gibbs or DeAndre Swift?
DeAndre Swift.
Okay. So if you could get those two for the same price, you would take DeAndre Swift.
I'd take a lot of backs over Jahmyr Gibbs. He sucks.
Now, Dion, if you added the money together between the 10th pick and David Montgomery's contract, what does that do? Not a math podcast, but.
Hold on, I'm going to need a second on that because we're definitely not a math podcast.
I'd be curious because they went out and spent on Montgomery.
Let me see. So Montgomery is the 12th highest paid running back in the NFL for what it's worth. He makes $6 million. This doesn't include, this isn't with guarantees, by the way, but he makes $100,000 less than Austin Eckler. Bijan Robinson is 14, which puts Jahmyr Gibbs 18. If you do the guarantees, I believe Jahmyr and Bijan go into the top 10. But if you combine the two, they would be tied with Aaron Jones for the 6th highest paid running back. Do you want to know where DeAndre Swift is for what it's worth?
Please, yeah.
He makes so little he's not listed.
Right.
How is that possible? Wasn't he a first round pick?
Because he's gonna get paid this year.
Well, why not just not pay? Like, why not do what every other team does and just run him into the ground this year and let him go to Carolina like Philly did with Miles Sanders and then just get some other running back?
Get something for him, which is what we did.
What was it you got? Just out of curiosity?
I think I don't know, some type of pick. I don't know.
Would you rather have some type of pick or the 12th pick? Because essentially the way I see it is
we would have had the 12th pick anyway.
That's my point. But because you chose to trade DeAndre Swift, you used the 12th pick on a running back.
Well, actually, to be fair, if we still had DeAndre Swift, we would probably spend the 12th pick on a backup running back because that's how we approached this pick in the first place. We replaced Swift with Monty, who is worse than Swift, and then still said we need another running back who we compared to Alvin Kamara, but we gave 20% of the carries and he keeps dropping open passes. So, all right. Hey, we're nitpicking. I mean, that's the fun part of this, right? The Lions are good.
So that was my whole point with both.
I don't think we're nitpicking at all. He's ass.
That was my whole point with both topics is like, I'm ready to nitpick the Lions. Like, they're that good. Like, this is a compliment. Like, I feel like saying like, hey, maybe Dan Campbell isn't the guy, or hey, Jahmyr Gibbs stinks. Like, that was a bad pick. Like, that's a compliment because a lot of teams the Lions could have done that last year. No one blinks an eye.
Yeah, I agree with this. I don't think we're nitpicking bad football teams. Cart doesn't seem to be taking this as if it's a compliment, though.
No, I see both sides.
I don't understand the side with Jahmyr Gibbs, though. Like, Dan Campbell.
I think Jahmyr Gibbs is good. Y'all think he stinks. That's the side.
Did you think he was good at Bama?
Yeah, I did.
Really?
Yeah, you didn't think he was good at Bama?
I thought he was all right.
Oh, I thought he was pretty good at Bama.
On a scale of all Alabama running backs, I would put him in the bottom 25%. Yeah.
But like he was a all good college running back, but if you're comparing him to the guys that came out of Bama with essentially the same offensive line scheme, etc., he's got to be like the worst running back they've had in a long time.
I don't know if it was the same.
I mean, I'm talking a similar skill set. It's not like he had
like
bad offensive
some of those Bama. I don't know what running backs you're speaking about, but like, I mean, some of the other Bama teams are filled with like first round offensive linemen.
Were they not last year? I just assumed they were. That was
maybe. Shit, I don't know. We could both be wrong on that. But like I said, I get it. I don't fault y'all for saying Gibbs is ass after these first 4 games. I see it. I understand it. I just don't agree.
Justin Thomas has me in hell, by the way, right now.
Yeah, I just saw that shot.
Yeah, I'm in hell. Things are bad. I might be American again. I don't like it.
What's the difference between European you and American you?
It's more of like a dietary thing, to be honest. Yeah.
But like Europe is going up and firing up a crepe now that the United States is winning.
No, I'm more of like I'm a big crumpets guy now. That's been the thing for like the last 12 hours.
Crumpets.
Yeah. But I don't know. I can't welcome myself to a crumpet when Justin Thomas has me in a stranglehold. So here we are. Don't think I didn't notice, Jordan. You're in the water yet again on 18. All right, let's do one big thing presented by Bigby, presented by Europe. Dion, why don't you go first today?